Hello, Georgia Social Studies educators. In this video, we will introduce you to some great vocabulary tools we have created to help you support all students, and especially our multilingual or English learners. You can find these tools on the new Georgia Department of Education Inspire platform. You can access all of our resources for free without needing to register for an account by going to inspire.gadoe.org. However, if you want to assign the flashcard activities that I'm going to show you to your students, you will want to log in through your district's learning management software, or LMS, such as Infinite Campus, PowerSchool, Canvas, or some other learning management software. Whichever LMS you use, you will want to navigate to the SLDS, or Statewide Longitudinal Data Systems tab. There you should find a button for Georgia Connect's Preview. Click on that and then look for the Inspire icon, which has a hand holding a light bulb. Now you are in Inspire and it knows who your students are, and you can assign velocity activities to them. If you're unable to do this, check with your administrator or IT department. For now, you can follow along by going to inspire.gadoe.org. So let's take a look at where to find these resources. Once you're signed in, you're going to navigate to the Courses tab, or the one with the computer screen on it. Here, you're going to open the Social Studies bubble. Then you'll choose whatever grade band you teach. I'm going to start with high school. You'll search for your particular grade level or course. In this case, I'm going to open United States History, and you're presented with the curriculum map. Now, not every unit will have vocabulary attached to it, so the easiest way to find these resources is to go to the search button and begin typing vocabulary. You generally don't have to get too far before it starts to find some stuff. Now just look down here, and anything with an orange magnifying glass icon has something with the word vocabulary in its title. So let's click on View under this one to see what it found. We scroll down, and here we see a Velocity folder that has one resource and an Additional Resources folder that has one resource. I'm going to click on the Velocity folder, and I see there are Constitution vocabulary flashcards, and I'm going to click on the Additional Resources folder, and I see that there is a vocabulary picture dictionary for Constitution. So these two can be used hand in hand or separately, whatever suits your instructional needs. To use the vocabulary picture dictionaries, simply click on the title. And if you are in Microsoft Edge, it will probably open directly into PowerPoint. If you are in some other browser, it's going to download it. There's simply a little arrow here where it's downloaded it, and then I click on the resource and it will open it up. These are PowerPoints that you can edit if you wish, but they are just the key vocabulary for this unit. It has the word. It has an image that helps explain the vocabulary, which is especially beneficial for our English learners or multilingual learners. It gives the definition in relatively simple, grade level appropriate language, and it often has the word used in a sentence. Students simply run the slideshow and progress through the slides, and the sound will play automatically. The inclusion of the speaker icon allows them to play the recording as often as they need and pause it where needed. These picture dictionaries can be given to students ahead of a unit to help them preview the vocabulary. It can be given during the unit, or you can even give it as review material for after the unit. It's as flexible as you need it to be. So let's close the picture dictionary. So as you can see, this orange magnifying glass shows everywhere it found vocabulary. And we have these paired. So the First 5 Presidents picture dictionary also has a First 5 Presidents vocabulary flashcard. This way you can use them both, or you can use one or the other, whatever suits your teaching style. And this is true for every unit. You'll find one of it in flashcard form and one of it in picture dictionary form. So just to mix it up a little bit, I'm going to go to a different grade level. So we're going to choose GaDOE Inspire to go back, and I'm going to go to Courses again. And this time let's go to middle school. And let's open up 8th grade. So again, I can search for vocabulary, and I get all these orange magnifying glasses that tell me that there's something with the word vocabulary in the title. So I'm going to click here under Exploration and Colonization, and I've got 2 of the vocabulary flashcards, and I've got 2 of the picture dictionaries. So let's open up colonization. If you're signed in, you should come into this in edit mode. Now this would allow you to edit this flashcard activity as you see fit, but not yet. It is not your copy yet. The first thing you have to do is say, I want to use this activity with my students, and it says copy for your use, and you say yes, and it lets you know that it did that, and it tells you a little bit about where you can find it. You say okay, and now it's yours to use. So let's see what this looks like for the students. I'm going to click on the eyeglasses here. If you do not tell the activity otherwise, students can choose which mode they do this in. I recommend you begin with browse mode. This allows students to freely click on a word, read the definition, flip the card over. But so you're aware, there's also a term quiz, a definition quiz, and a sentence quiz. Be advised that the definition quiz and the sentence quiz are going to require the students type the definition exactly as it is on the card, and the same with the sentence. I recommend you stick with the term quiz. For now, let's stick in browse mode. Quite simply, they choose a word. It gives them the word. If there's a sample sentence, they'll have this button where they can show the sample sentence. And if they click the word on the card again, it flips it over and it gives them an image and a definition. The beauty of these flashcards is you can turn on text to speech, and then it is a computerized voice, but it will read everything that is on the card where you see the speaker. So if I click the speaker, it's going to read this definition. So if you want to give this to students as a quiz, you can do so. I recommend the term quiz. And then it will give the definition and have the picture, and students have to type in the word. Let me show you how to assign this to your students. So I'm going to close out of the student demo mode, and I'm back in the copy that I made that I can edit. Now I'm going to click on the use this activity to actually give it to my students. So when I click on this, it's going to give me this link. I can give this to my students in a number of ways. If they're using phones or devices that can read a QR code in the classroom, you can certainly do it that way. If you're using Google Classroom, you simply click Add to Google Classroom. It's going to have you go to your classroom, and from there it should look familiar. You add it to your Google Class and you assign it through your Google Classroom the way you do all your other activities. I'm going to close this. If you are using some other learning management system like Canvas or Schoology, quite simply you copy the link to the clipboard. You go into your learning management system, you create an assignment, you paste the link in, and you assign it to your students in the way that you normally would. You can also just give the link directly to the students and they can open it up in a browser so long as they have a Google account, and they can access it that way. I'm going to click Done here. Once they've taken the quiz, you can view the results here. Click this table, and it will show you the results by students, which I don't have any students, so I can't do this, but it'll list all of your students here and show their scores, and then you can click on each individual student and it will show their responses, what the correct answer was, what they answered, and how long they spent on each question. You can also view it by exercise. Here I can click on exercise 1, and I can see all of the flashcard terms, and I can see how many students got it right, how many students got it wrong, and the time that they spent. This can be really useful, especially as a formative assessment, to see which words maybe you're going to need to spend more time on and which words they already know. So I'm going to go ahead and click Done. This takes me back to my editing screen. So I'm going to choose Close Activity. If you don't see a lot of activities for your grade yet, bear with us, they're coming. I hope you find these useful. Thanks for watching.